feel like Denzelle Good has done a great job of stepping up for us and been a real big part of his offense, playing both guards, tackles, whatever the job requires from him that week. I'm just excited for him. I know should get paid this offseason. Denzelle Good for president.
That was Gabe Jackson praising his teammate who was held in there playing multiple different positions, as the offensive line for the Raiders was mostly makeshift throughout a lot of the year. So Denzelle Good for President Sam. Would you agree?
Back up the Brinks truck, Heidi. Back up the Brinks truck. Denzelle Good, definitely a key component of that Raiders offensive line this year. And look, we know the Raiders had injuries across that offensive line and didn't have the year they wanted to have. But I think, Heidi, as we approach the season finale here on Sunday against the Denver Broncos, Denzelle Good, definitely one of the bright spots, what he was able to do with his versatility, how he was able to fill in at different positions, and really help anchor a unit that was productive, that was very good for much of the season. He deserves his flowers, and his teammate Gabe Jackson didn't hesitate to give those to him today. So we'll see what happens with him during the offseason. I mean, we know what Gabe Jackson thinks. We'll see what the Raiders organization thinks about having him back in the fold next year.
Well, one player I'm sure that they're happy to have in the fold, Darren Waller, a two-time Craig Long Award winner. That is for being open with the media. I mean, as we know, he's told his story a ton of times, coming back from drug addiction, beating that, staying on the straight and narrow, being a standout player for the Raiders, really untapping his full potential with this team, Sam. So what did you make today of what Darren Waller had to say about not just receiving that award, but the path that he's been on to get here?
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about one of the feel-good stories. Sports, at the end of the day, it's about people. It's about, I mean, they're elite athletes, but they're also human beings. And Darren Waller is the case of a very human being who went through some things and overcame some things and dealt with addiction and struggles and a myriad of issues. And he was able to navigate through these things. And now, Heidi, he's 6 receptions away from equaling the Raider legend Tim Brown's single-season record for receptions. Tim Brown had 104 in 1997. Darren Waller with 98 this year. Needs only 7 more to eclipse that mark. He's had over 100 yards 3 of the last 4 weeks. And to me, it just feels like a young man who is grateful for the opportunity and grateful for the success that he's been able to have and the growth that he's been able to have. And you look at the way he's played the last few games and all season, really. I mean, he's 6'6", he's 255. I mean, linebackers can't run with him. Defensive backs are too small. He can go up over everybody to make a contested catch. Really one of the best players in the NFL and a very humble young man as well. And that's kind of what I was able to glean from him, not just today, Heidi, but throughout the course of the season. Is he comes off with a sense of humility, a very genuine sense of humility, and it's understandable why the local media voted him for the award winner. So much deserved honor, and I anticipate it's not going to be the only one he gets. I think he's going to be an All-Pro, probably on that All-Pro second team behind Travis Kelce, who's a lock for All-Pro first team. But Pro Bowler, 2-time award winner, possible franchise record holder for single-season receptions, and soon to be All-Pro. A heck of a story for Darren Waller.
And today I was able to ask him about what's been his high point with the Raiders since he came on board. So let's hear from Darren Waller about that now.
I mean, I feel like the best part of it is just the day-to-day interactions with my teammates and just like laughing with them and joking with them and, experiencing the tough losses and experiencing the great wins with them. Because when I was in Baltimore, I just wasn't I didn't have any relationships with anybody on the team, and it wasn't anybody on the team's fault. It was my fault for just being isolated and hiding and stuff like that. So it's just like having that relationship with these teammates and walking in and smiling and enjoying these times. And these seasons go by so fast now, it's hard to believe that this is the last game of the season. But the high point for me is just the interaction with the people here. And those interactions help me and inspire me to go out there and do my best. And, when awards and stuff like that come, it just helps me reflect back on, these guys that help encourage me to be my best. And I'm just grateful for the time I get to spend with them.
That was Darren Waller, again, 2-time recipient of that Craig Long Award. And as we look now to the final game of the season taking place in Denver, where we will see the Raiders look to bring their record up to 8-8, Sam, what do you think is the keys to the game for this?
Yeah, Heidi, I think it starts defensively. Mile High Stadium, you're playing in altitude. It's going to be probably going to be cold. There might be some elements involved. Who knows? We'll see what that looks like on Sunday. But defensively, this is a matchup that was favorable for the Raiders the first time out. Quarterback Drew Lock has struggled throughout the course of the season as he finds his NFL footing and looks to establish himself as an NFL quality kind of starting quarterback. He struggled the first time out. The Raiders did show some promise on the defensive side of the ball on Saturday against Tua Tagovailoa. Getting to him, there was a pass rush. They were effective in coverage, all those things. So can they duplicate that defensive effort and allow Derek Carr to connect with Darren Waller and Nelson Aguilar and his multitude of skill position players to outscore Denver? I think it starts with defense. I think points might be hard to come by for the Raiders in those elements. If they can put together a quality defensive game plan and execute, I think they'll be able to score just enough with who they have on offense. But if they struggle defensively, if they can't rush, can't pressure Drew Lock and can't make him uncomfortable, we've seen, despite his struggles, he had a game not too long ago where he threw 4 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions. He can make all the throws. He has all the tools. It's about not letting him access those if you're the Raiders.
Great stuff, Sam. Well, we look forward to seeing you on game day, breaking down more of this game as we have that show, Cox Review Channel 14, Sunday, 9 a.m. here on the West Coast. Make sure to check that out with Sam Gordon and our other host, Cassie Soto, and the whole Vegas Nation crew. Also, check out everything that is being written about this game, the offseason, what to look forward to with the Raiders in print, as well as online at vegasnation.com. For Sam Gordon, I'm Heidi Fang. Thank you for watching.